Hey everyone, Kelly Dean Allen here with you again. So then, for the past couple of months, I've been sequentially working my way through the years with guitar-centric classic rock tutorials starting in 1960. We're now up to 1967, and with the onset of that year, we have the official arrival of one Mr. Jimi Hendrix and his debut album, Are You Experienced? Figured that I would pick a track from this landmark album as my pick for 1967, mostly because, hey, it's Jimi Hendrix. That said, let's close in, get started with Fire, one of the standout tracks from that debut album. Alright then, Jimi Hendrix and Fire from his debut album, Are You Experienced? 1967. We are in standard tuning for this tutorial. The opening riff to this one is all octaves. That right there, a little octave progression. We're going to be repeating it twice. So we're starting on the 11 of the A string, 13 of the G. We're going to strike that octave on the downstroke together, right? Muting out the D string in between with the pad of your index finger. Very choppy, very staccato. Ba, ba. You're going to back it up one spot to 10 and 12 and slide out of it. Right? And then off to 8 and 10, move it back into 10 and 12. And then jump it up to the same two frets on the low E and the D string, hit it twice, slide out of it. Kind of like that, and repeat. And then we're into that for the first verse, which we're going to be repeating 6 times. Just sliding into 12 of the A string, 10 onto 12 of the D for a double hit, choke it off. Right? But let's just recap those octaves at the beginning. Slide out, jump it up to the low E and the D. I think the second time he may slide up when he goes off to that 10-12, right? Kind of like that. And then into that. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And you're just going to repeat that 6 times, right? Twice before the vocals come in, and then 4 more times during the first verse. Leading into the chorus, there's this big kind of a double stop bend here. 13 of the B, bending the 12 of the G, right? And just letting that ring, and then we drop into the chorus. That little progression there, we're going to be repeating the same thing 4 times. So we're dropping into a little D major chord here on the top 4 strings, 12, 11, 10, 10. We're going to strike this 2 or 3 times, and then we're going to drop our pinky on the 12 of the high E and then back off again. Kind of like that, right? Then you're going to back it up 2 spots to C major, but you're going to drop your pinky on the 10 of the high E and keep it there. So we're in a C major, add 9. And you're going to strike this 3 times. Right? And then we're into this little lick. Just sliding into 14 of the A, then grabbing a double stop on the 12s of the D and G. Drop onto the 14 of the D along with that G string, right? Pull it back off to the bar. And then grab the 14 of the A and then just drop right back into D major again. Now it's really hard to hear what he's doing right here. There are other instructors on YouTube. We'll show you that lick, but 2 frets back. Right there. They both work, right? But this one sounds better. And there are alternate take tracks that you can find on YouTube that you can really hear the guitar a lot better. And Jimmy's doing that every time. In that position, right? And then the final time, just grab that 12 of the D and slide out of it, and then right back into this again. Right, for 6 more repeats. Again, leading into the chorus, we've got that double stop bend, right back into D major. Again, 4 times, right? And then we're into the bridge. So we're going to drop into a D. You can use the 3-finger power chord or a D bar chord. Move over, Rova. Right? Back it off to C. Let Jimmy take over. Then off to an A power chord. You know what I'm talking about. And then back into C. Come on, get on with it, baby. Right? And then we're into the very short but quite famous guitar solo. Right there. So it's basically 4 licks, right? We're on the 15th fret of the B string. We're going to bend that 3 times. The third bend, you're going to release it back to the natural note and then off to 12 of the G. Right? All these bends. Nice vibrato, right? Now the second and third one are the same. That right there. So it's 2 bends this time. And then you release it back to the natural note and pick it, then off to 12, and then into a bend on the 14 of the G. Right? And then you repeat that one. If you get a little bit of a unison bend going, that's fine. And then the fourth one is 1 bend, and then you release it back to the natural note, and then a double bend on the 14 of the G off to 12, right? And that's the solo. Right, and then we're back into the octaves again with a little variation. We're only going to go up to that low E and D string on the 10-12 once, right, and slide out of it. Right back into this again, right for the third verse. And again, repeat it 6 times, back into that double stop bend, back into D major. Right, repeat it 4 times. Outro solo, we drop off to E, and the outro solo is almost entirely going on the 15th fret of the B string. Finally, I think about the fifth little lick he plays there, he goes off to that 12 of the G, right? So the first time is just a whole bunch of bends. A couple of bend releases, right? Kind of like that. And then the second one, he just releases it back to the natural note, and then he picks that 3 or 4 times. And then a little bend release, and then repeats the first one. Right? And then the 5th one, he goes off to that 12 of the G. Right? And then right back onto that 15 again. Right? And at this point, it's all just fading out. And he's just hanging on that 15th fret doing bend releases, right? And there you go. That is how you play Fire by Jimi Hendrix from Are You Experienced? Certainly hope you enjoyed that, found it helpful. If you did, please hit that like button right down there. Maybe drop me a subscribe if you haven't done that already, as that'd be very kind and helpful to my channel. Hope you're well out there in your little guitar corner of the world, wherever that may find you these days, and we will see you next time. Cheers.